Alright guys, welcome back for some more Mortal Kombat. And today I'm playing Mortal Kombat Deception Shaolin Monks on the PS2. Finally, I'm playing this game. And I've wanted to play this game for a while. Um, not much I can say about this game other than it's a fucking awesome game. It's a brilliant game, guys. Like, you guys don't understand. If you guys remember, a while ago, I did a walkthrough and didn't finish it of Mortal Kombat Mythologies. That was a spin-off game. The first one that they made was terrible. And then a few years later, they made a game called Ow. They made a game called fuck's sake. They made a game called Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which was dog shit. And I don't know if you guys remember me saying anything about that in the first, when I was playing Mortal Kombat Mythologies, but I'm saying it again, those two games were absolutely horrible. So then they made this, which came out in between, I think it was between Mortal Kombat Deception and Armageddon, came out between then. And, I have a few criticisms about this game, like the voice acting is... You hear me say this a lot in games, but the voice acting is shit. It is horrible. There's nothing I can. There's no redeeming quality about the voice acting in this game. It's just absolutely horrific. And now, also, the way they portrayed, what are their names? Liu Kang and Kung Lao. The way they portrayed them as like just completely stupid. I don't know why, but they made them so retarded, so daft, like no common sense at all. That is basically how Liu Kang and Kung Lao appear in this game to me, and I can't quite explain why. You just need to see for yourself, and I guess it's just got to do with them always thinking something about Shang Tsung and turning on one another and fucking hell, come on, go away, so on and so forth. They just can't think for themselves, and it really makes me befuck when people don't think for themselves and don't use common sense, and so on and so forth. Anyways, I first played this game when I got my first PS2. I think I was about 8. I'm not exactly sure when, but when I got my PS2, my brother and I got it for Christmas. We got these games. I remember we got Soul Calibur with it, and Soul Calibur 3, Tekken 5, and a few other games as well. We got God of War 2. There was also Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, as well as this game. And this is one of the games that we played. We never finished it. Oh my lord. We never finished it on here. I think the only time, we never actually finished this game, my brother and I, because we always used to play co-op. We never ever finished this game. We made it to the end, but the end boss fights, because there's 3 back to back, the end boss fights are extremely difficult. They are ridiculously hard. So I think that was the reason why, but we made it relatively far into the game, right to the end boss fights. We can never make it past Kentaro. So I don't know what's going on there. In any case, we played this. It was a lot of fun, a lot of bonding time between me and my brother. It was awesome, and I think he actually did want me to play this with him since I got this. He wanted to play it again in co-op, just for like nostalgia's sake and everything. But that hasn't happened yet because school and work and shit. But I mean, it is what it is, and yeah, I think it'll be awesome to play this game for you guys. Now, if I go in here, you'll see you can play as Liu Kang Kung Lao. I'll be playing as Kung Lao for this playthrough, because I recently tried to play through this as Liu Kang, and I fucking couldn't. I just could not play through this game as Liu Kang, because he is so annoying to hear him go the whole bloody time, bro. So I'm not gonna put you guys to that torture, and I'm not gonna sit through that torture. Okay, so I'll be playing as Kung Lao. Okay. Now you can see on either side of them we got two blacked out figures. Those are Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And yeah, they're alright to play as. I mean, it's basically it's an okay thing. Personally, in my opinion, sorry guys, in my opinion, personally, I think playing as these two assholes is better than playing as Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Because they have better projectile attacks, and projectile attacks in this game is very important. So Liu Kang will have fire, and Kung Lao will have his hat. Scorpion will have his spear, and Sub-Zero will have his freeze. The freeze will come in handy, and so does the spear, but I mean, they both just stun the opponents. They don't really deal damage, and you can't need it for the end boss fight. So I'll be playing as this as Kung Lao. So you need to play through the game as either as both these characters to unlock both, you know, the both Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And if you don't want to do all that shit and, you know, bore yourself to death and play through the game over and over and make yourself sick and tired of the game, what you can do here is go over here to the home screen, and to unlock Scorpion, you hold L2 and you press square up. Ooh shit, sorry, hang on. So you hold L2 and you press square up L1 R1 left right square release L2. That should have worked. See, there we go. Right there. Normally it's supposed to make like a doom kind of sound. I didn't hear that though. So then for Sub-Zero, do the same thing. Hold L2, and then instead of pressing the same thing, you know, the same sequence, because it would have been the same, you press square down up L1 L1 up square release L2. I hope this is all. I hope you guys are getting to this, because this is. I have to do this quickly, or else I don't get it right. So single player, and there's Sub-Zero. Okay. Now, if you're playing the USA version of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, so the NTSC version, and it's only available on the American version, which I don't know why, but if you go into content here, you can see here Mortal Kombat 2, but it's locked, as you can see right there. So in order to actually, you know, the normal way to unlock that is by going through the game, and when you go into, I think it's the Living Forest, in a certain hidden area you'll come across Smoke, and he'll give you certain side missions to do, and you can do them, and when you do them you'll unlock, you know, Mortal Kombat 2. If you're playing the non-American version like I was many years ago, and you're what's called the PAL version, PAL, then you'll just get a shitload of experience. There we go. I don't know why. That's just so stupid to me. In any case, you can do that, or what you can do is you can also input a code. So you can hold L2 and you press square up down right left R2 square release L2, and you can go into content, and it's open. It's unlocked. Okay, and also Suffering 2 is there as well. I had the Suffering. It scared the shit out of me. Anyways, you guys can go ahead and play that if you want. I strongly suggest you do not play this, because this is the direct arcade port of Mortal Kombat 2 from the arcade machines. I really don't recommend playing this because it is fucked. You know, there's no way to change the difficulty, so yeah, I mean, just take my advice and just don't fucking do it, okay? I'm not gonna explain why, just don't do it, alright? But anyways, guys, we're gonna get through this. Now, there are red coins you can get. I'm not gonna fucking bother showing you guys where they are, because I mean, it's just, it takes too long, okay? They're all relatively easy to get to in any case, and all they are is just, it just unlocks like concept art, and sometimes characters can be unlocked for versus mode. So it might do you a good deal to actually go through the game and get those red coins, but to get all of them, you need to be in co-op. Otherwise, in single player, you can only get a few of them. In any case, let's go to single player. You're playing as Kung Lao. There we go, and we're playing it on normal.
forces of Earthrealm were facing their greatest challenge. Mortal Kombat!
return to the WuShi Academy. You won your first Mortal Kombat tournament. Earth has been spared, but Shang Tsung is a poor loser. This is Goro's Lair. It is one of Shang Tsung's traps. You must find your way off the island before it crumbles into the sea. Make your way to the WuShi Academy. Pick up the items I've left behind for information.
Okay, I was gonna say something, but Raiden interrupted me. All right, so here we go. This is the game, guys. Now you can jump. You can jump by pressing X. Look, we will get the double jump ability much later on in the game, and there's a few other abilities that we can get that involve jumping. But you know, later on in the game, can attack by pressing square. You can do combos. You know, triangle does a launching attack normally. Circle is like a power attack. R2 grabs. I'm not sure what R1 does. L1 does nothing. L2 also does nothing. Well, for now. You know. We will get introduced to more of the fighting mechanics as the game progresses. Now, I just want to mention something in the cutscene where, you know, that we just saw, the opening cutscene. The part where Johnny Cage starts fighting Goro. When Goro grabs him, you can just hear Johnny Cage just shout, "Oh no!" And then he just proceeds to get decimated by Goro. Okay, you can pick up stuff by pressing R2, and you can throw that stuff by also pressing R2. They tend to do quite a bit of damage. You can break open these things for health and experience, you know, if they have any. You know, if I know where a red coin is, I think I will most likely just show you guys where it is. But if I don't know, then I really don't care. You can do running attacks, so if you press square, he'll do that. You can do running launching attacks, you press triangle, he'll do that for a launching attack. You know, you'll get used to the combat system once you get to the game, or, you know, when you progress through the game. And also, I feel like in the cutscenes, they don't really, the fighting just looks a bit daft. I mean, it really looks stupid. It looks very stiff, not very well coordinated, especially in the well-made cutscenes. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick up this thing.
These beasts are unworthy foe. Learn to perform quick attacks, launching attacks, power attacks, and throws.
Alright, so R2 throws, power attacks are circle, launching attacks are triangle, and quick attacks are square. Now these are Oni that we have to fight, and they look, funny enough, they look like Moloch in a way. Now you can do air juggle, so if you press triangle, you can jump, back. Shit. Die, come on. There we go. If you kill an enemy, you will get some health. Come on. Just let me... Where are you going? Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not even gonna bother to show you guys. Alright, I'm gonna... can I throw somebody, please? I want to throw him into this skeleton. Come on. Get over here. Why won't you just go into the fucking thing? He's dead. I just get in there. Alright, so let's go here.
Perform your signature special attacks.
Alright, so you can perform special moves. Sorry, guys. And hold R1, and you press any attack button. So you press R1 and square, he'll do a teleport. And you just keep mashing square and doing that. It's quite cool. Alright, I'm gonna fucking get you in there, bro. Get up. Where are you throwing them? I just want to throw them into this thing. There we go. Fuck. Collect it. See there, it's just new concept art. So it's nothing to get, you know, it's not a big deal. Alright, let's see the other special moves. So we press R1 and triangle, he'll do a spinning move. And you can't move when you do it, which is a bit shit. R1 and circle, he throws his hat. R1 and square, X just does nothing. Can I get up? Thank you. And you see these guys do fight each other as well, so. And I think if you press, oh, for fuck's sake. If you press X, I think after you get knocked down, you can do a recovery. So let's say if you get knocked into the air, you can press X and you'll do a recovery move. If you get knocked to the floor and you go sliding, you can press X and he'll do a recovery move. Alright, let's get this.
You may perform attacks while running.
Running attacks. While running, press any attack button. So that's what I showed you guys. Okay. Okay. Get up. You can also chuck them into the fire. So there we go. So yeah, what's nice is you can use the environment to kill the opponents, as Raiden just said over there. But I mean, it normally happens by accident. It's not normally something that I would do by myself. But if I'm feeling, if I'm feeling frisky, then I will normally do it. But anyways, let's carry on through here.
The island is coming apart.
Yes, that is correct, Kung Lao. You can see over there, there's a red coin over there. When you have the... Okay, that happened. When you have the double jump ability, you can jump and you can jump again, you can get that. There is a way you can do it now, but it's just too fucking complicated for me to, even dare try it. So what you can do is you can come back this way much later on in the game when you have the double jump ability, and you can come back and get this. I don't think I'll really bother with it because, again, it's just concept art. In any case, let's get this.
You can lock on to the nearest enemy. When you are locked on, you will block incoming attacks and can perform evades.
Alright, so you must perform a block to progress. Lock on and block. Hold L2. R changes target. Alright. So L2 blocks or locks on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Form some combis and do this shit. This is kind of cool though. He's doing that the whole time. Get off me. That's a very nice attack to do. It's like, especially if you're getting, gangbanged by a whole bunch of enemies, you can just do that. Like if all of them are surrounding you, you can just press R1 triangle and fuck them all off. Alright, next enemies.
When multiple enemies surround you, do not concentrate on just one. Attack in different directions to hit them all.
Multi-directional combat. Fight multiple enemies at the same time. That's pretty much what you do normally anyways. So let's get a bunch of enemies. So basically, you can just mash square and he'll just fuck everything up in the area. Alright, so I feel like getting somebody in here, so... Come here. Not there. Get off me. There's a recovery move that I just did. Alright, get in there, yes. Get in there. Awesome. Although I think doing that you don't get any health, you gotta kill... Where are you going? There's nobody there. I think when you kill them using the environment, you don't get any health, so I recommend don't doing that. Air combat. Press X to jump. Any attack performs an air move. So that does that, so... Come on, Get off me. Okay. I'm gonna... Just like that, alright. I don't normally bother with it until like I upgrade my my move list. Don't die. He's dead. Alright, cool. Let me get that. Yes, it is. We know this.
Pick up the skulls or commas in the lair and use them as weapons against your enemies.
That's actually very good. Actually, we need this sword, by the way, just saying. So let me pick this up. Or we need a sword for a fight later on. These just make the fights go so much easier. And it's, see that? So much cooler. And also you can press triangle to completely sever them in half. There's also these that you can use. You can also throw your... There you go, small health, thank you. You can also throw your weapon, but I don't want to do that. You can, yeah, you throw it by pressing R2. This is the same thing. Bones and shit. Alright, let's carry on. Secret can be found in every area of the game. Interesting.
The stench of death is
Alright, so let's fuck these guys up. So that's a very nice thing. See there, just completely decimated him. You can, you know, they can go into the spikes. Don't go in there because you'll die. Some EXP. Nothing. Alright.
up here. This is the way off the island.
Alright, so now I have to follow Johnny Cage to get off the island, which is fine. It's normal platforming right here, which is awesome. That was cool. Not gonna lie, that was fucking cool. Alright, so let's get off here. Don't fall off like an idiot. Okay, so there is a red coin over here, but I'll wait to get that until we're up onto the bridge. Cool, cool. Nothing in there. Some EXP over there. Alright.
It is another of Shang Tsung's servants. I do not serve Shang Tsung.
Okay, so that happens. That was... Oh, shit, okay. Now you can knock them off the edge. Don't! Where's my sword? I lost my fucking sword. You can knock them off. Which is awesome. But my sword is gone. Alright, I don't want to deal with you. We will need a sword for later on for a fight. And if you look at the moon, you can see there's a lot of like things flying past the moon. So there's a red coin over here. This is very difficult to get, but if you press...
We must keep moving.
Very difficult to aim. The other throws that way or that way. You gotta hit the moon. I don't know how the fuck to do this. This is actually very annoying. He just throws it that way. Okay, that went that way.
We must keep moving.
If I don't get this, I really don't care. This is a very difficult coin to get. In any case, so... Yeah, okay. So the point is to hit the moon. If you guys can do that, then you'll get a red coin appearing on the bridge over here. I don't give a shit, so I'm gonna leave it. It takes too long, so. Enemy manipulation. You can press R1 and R2, use manipulation to turn your enemy into a human shield. That's actually a very good point that I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, and this is where we get our first fatality. There's a red coin over there, so I think you need to knock an enemy up into that chandelier to get that red coin, so we'll see if I can do that. Let's get this.
You now have the power to execute a fatality.
What Raiden said.
You must execute a fatality to open these gates.
Okay. You need to perform a fatality to open the gates.
Performing combination attacks builds your ability to execute a fatality.
Okay, so the more combos you do, the more it builds up your fatality meter. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. Killing the guys using the environment does not build up your fatality meter. Only doing combos builds up your fatality meter. Just gonna do that because it's fucking cool. Come on. Come on.
Now hit the enemy with the fatality stunner.
Alright, so we press L1. And remember this. Forward, 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 square. That's the only time they ever show you it, so you gotta remember it. Alright, there we go.
Excellent. If you need further help, check your journal for known fatalities.
Oh yeah, and you can look at your journal for fatalities you've collected. I think that's how it is. If you need further help, press the start button for more information. All right, let's do that. So this is, you know, your map and all your stuff that you've done. Smokes missions. There we go. You can see there are 5 of them. Game time. Game completed. So you can see this is all very like RPG type shit right here. If we go over here, you can go basic moves and stuff, basic attacks, you know, normal shit, air attacks, simple, running attacks, simple stuff, specials, combos. These are all locked. You need a certain amount of XP to unlock them. Platform. This is like all your jumping shit that you can unlock. Skills, ground tech, air tech. So ground tech allows a player to get it quickly while on the ground. So it's basically the same thing. Allows a player to avoid enemy attacks. So if you're holding L2 and locked onto an enemy target, then you can press the direction and X and he'll evade. And that's basically what I've just been doing the whole time. So you can press square, triangle, circle, and you know, Kung Lao or whoever you're using will do an attack as they get up off the ground. Fatalities, body slice, and it'll tell you here. And there's quite a few other fatalities that you can get as well. But this is the, you know, the first one that you get. And it tells you right here, forward, 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 square. And your team attacks, they're only in co-op mode, so this is quite cool though. You can fireball, ricochet, Kung Lao deflects Liu Kang's fireballs in multiple directions. That's actually really, really cool. But to perform them is a bit difficult, and R1 and R2 toward Liu Kang, Blade Inferno. Liu Kang and Kung Lao damage enemies in an area around them. I remember my brother and I, we did this by accident the one time, and we were like, how do we do this? That was so cool. How do we do this? How do we do it again? When we never figured out how we did it by accident. Like, I think we did it maximum of like 4 times. And yeah. Alright, let's go. And kill these assholes. That's cool. That's real cool. And he's dead. Oh shit. I needed an enemy to knock into there, I forgot. Alright, it's fine, whatever. Let's carry on. I'm not too perturbed. You can charge certain characters. Alright, didn't read that. Look at them just casually feasting on their own kind. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna... So I think you can actually knock them up into the thing. So... I think you can... There we go, you can get them stuck up in the stalactites. You can also knock them into the... That's cool. Knock them into the fire, which is cool. Doesn't really matter. I don't suppose there's anything over here, but... You know, because people make that sound when they fight. Really, dude, nobody makes these noises when they fight. It's normally quiet and, you know, weird air noises that they make. You can just mash square. Well, not really with Kung Lao. Kung Lao is a shit square, square, square combo. So I'm just gonna go like this. That was quite cool. That's fine, I'll do that in a minute. Alright, so over here you can see these two things. If you stand on it, you'll need an ally to solve this puzzle. That's also where a red coin will appear. You need to do that in co-op. Alright, let's break this open. Nixa in there. Okay. Alright, come here. Throw! Throw him! There we go. Fucking hell. So Kung Lao gets up onto their shoulders. I know Sub-Zero like just grabs them, but I mean... Yeah. Alright, I'm done with these guys. Exit. Okay. Right here. Oh, this fucker. This guy gives me PTSD. Alright, I'm gonna save the game here because it refills your health. Like if you just do that, you can see my health refilled right there when we did that. So I'm just gonna save my game in any case since I'm here already. Data has changed. Override previous MKSM data. Yep. Yeah, I played through as Liu Kang for a little bit, like I said, and I hated it. Alright, let us go back. And I've got full health now, yay! Okay, so... You can see that sword over there. We need to very carefully jump down to get it.
Use caution. Enemies and hazards could be anywhere. Try looking around before jumping into a new area. You never know what you might find.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, right stick controls the camera. R3 button toggles the camera modes. Close, normal, and panoramic. Alright, so I'm gonna... Very carefully... Fuck, 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 fuck! Jump. Jump, you bastard. And I can't get up. That is wonderful. That's fucking great. I love this! Only Warlord. This fight will now take fucking forever now. Jump. Alright. I'm gonna be very careful during this fight. Fuck! Fuck! Move! Move! That really pisses me off. Shit! Alright, I'm just gonna head throw for the win. Let's just keep doing this. Okay. Oh, he got health from them, you bastard. Get away, get away, get away, get away! Okay. Just... Alright. Just kill him. This fight is so fucked without that sword. Oh, he does a spinning attack there, which is fucking annoying. Get off me! Alright, kill, kill, thank you, there we go. That is such bullshit. I missed that platform by like a centimeter. Alright, I'm gonna kill these guys because I need health. Even though it's still quite a bit of health, I would like some health. Die! I'm just gonna keep doing this. You can't always keep doing this because it does drain that blue meter, as you can see up there. That blue meter does drain. Alright, so let's get this. This is our first special ability that we get. Our platforming skill, if you will.
You now have the ability to perform a long jump.
So there we go. You can perform a long jump by holding R1 and pressing square. And, you know, there we go. XP, really, health. Okay, you know, one thing that I found really stupid and frustrating was the fact that when you play co-op, if one of you gets hit, then both your life gets taken away. I think that was a really stupid design that they did. If you've played the game before on co-op, you'll know what I mean. If one of you gets hit, then both of your life gets taken away. It's really fucking stupid. Go. There we go. Ah, don't. If you had fallen off the Kung Lao, I don't know what I would have done. Suppose you can. I need health. I don't want to go through that again. That's just not my thing, you know. It ain't my thing. Alright, let's go. Get up Kung Lao. Let's carry on. Long jump. Very smooth, very smooth, very smooth. Okay. Now, there's a red coin over here. I knew it. Concept art. Always look around for these things, okay? I just happened to remember that as we got here. Anyways, this part of here, this is actually the end of Goro's lair, but it's fucking annoying because of these guards that we have to fight here. These guards are a pain in the ass. And there's two of them.
The guards ahead hold the key to the only portal on this island. Defeat them.
Okay, so what Raiden said, just defeat them.
When you lock on to an enemy, you will block incoming attacks.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so lock onto him. So these guys are actually really good at fighting. They're tough as nails. They put up massive fights, and that spear of theirs is fucking annoying. Oh, fuck. They are very good at blocking these guys. Very fearsome foes. Fuck. Where is he? Ah! Don't die. Where'd he go? Get up, get up, get up. Is he dead? Yeah, he committed suicide. Alright, now there's just one more fucker we gotta fight. Don't die. Fuck. I'm terrified. Fuck. And I died. Isn't that lovely? Some trees are more useful than others. Fuck you. Alright. Don't have to go to this guy again. Okay. Oh, my lord! Alright, I'll see you guys when I get back to that fucking area. Fuck this, this is bullshit.